Hi everyone, we are team of FOLO, and let us take you to a short trip. Millions of pictures are taken and uploaded worldwide on the web. Google Street View shows us every corner of each major city worldwide. We even start thinking that we have the whole world in our pocket. But it's not actually true. There are still problems, such as cultural borders, such as we don't know what is exactly happening, what's the real life in all these different cities. For example, Amy. She's currently undergrad here at Berkeley, studies French, and she's dreaming to go to Paris one day. But she doesn't really have a good source where she could find what does real life in Paris look like. And here how FOLO comes into play. We will gather all possible content about Paris, filter it, and find the most interesting and local one, so we can display it to her in the most captivating way.
So how does the FOLO look like? We really focus on the beautiful and eye-candy user interface. So here's our main page. We provide deeper media content from the country users selected, for this case, France. And we provide news, pictures, video, Twitter, even radio, and recommendations. So give you a more clear idea how this works, let's see how Amy uses our product. So Amy is eating breakfast, and she's watching the French news with our app. And our app constantly updates the news, so she'll get the most updated news from France every single day when she checks the app. And now let us walk with Amy virtually in the France, Paris street, so by browsing through our application. So here's our picture page. So one picture says 1,000 words. How about 1,000 pictures or 100 pictures? So telling Amy a full story about how Paris is going to look like and give her a full experience of living in Paris. So now she's virtually walking into a small alley. She sees like crowded people walking by. She wants to take a look inside what's going on there. So here's our video page. So our video page provides a non-static experience for Amy, not just picture anymore, but she actually in there. So our video provides a more virtual experience for Amy, and so here's.
FOLO can also connect Amy to real-life French cultural experience. For example, Amy can get recommendations on French restaurants in San Francisco, or she can purchase a romantic French movie and watch it with her boyfriend. As Amy is learning French, she might also be interested in language learning products, such as Rosetta Stone, and to improve her French. And of course, Amy will be able to get flight deals and traveling packages from our app. There are 1.4 billion people learning foreign languages in the world. Last year, people spent $458 billion on language learning and traveling. And this market is still growing. Among those spending on traveling and language learning products, we estimate 1% can be influenced by cultural learning lab apps like FOLO. And if we charge 7% referral fees from our partners, we're looking at a total addressable market of $300 million.
Let's have a look at the competition. There are many competitors providing some media content and news. They don't have this local experience that FOLO will provide to users. On the other hand, you have every city has some local tourist guides, such as TripAdvisor. They don't give any news or pics or videos as we do with FOLO. FOLO offers users a very unique, local, immersive experience. So, as for now, we already have a working prototype with features such as news, videos, pics, and tweets. And we are already displaying it for several cities. We will launch it in the coming year. Then we will develop other features such as chat and radio. And we will make sure to add more and more cities to our app. And meanwhile, we will make sure to develop referral programs with our partners, such as traveling agencies or language programs. So let me introduce you to our international team. I'm Camille from Paris.
I'm Victor from Moscow.
I'm Susan from Shanghai.
I'm Brian from Taipei.
And with FOLO, we want to change how people look at the world. Thank you.
So it seems like the vector that you're kind of going after is half monetization through referrals to travel stuff, and then kind of maybe disintermediating or disrupting the guidebook or the travel. Is it help me understand who the core customer is? Is it someone that's a would-be tourist, or is it someone that's thinking about moving there?
So a first target customer would be language learners who are really interested into discovering about other cultures and having this specific content. That's why we provide ads for language programs. And also, when they go through the app, they will also think once to go, for example, to Paris or to a city. And then we will see this advertisement on traveling tickets.
And if I understood the model correctly, you'll be indexing and curating other people's content, not generating your own. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So we are planning to go more into local news created by locals in each city. Same with the pictures. So crowdsourcing pictures and news made by locals in each city.
One of the issues around not having your own content is there's a decreased barrier to entry, and so if this does take off, then anybody can go index those same content sources, and it happens all the time. There's a good idea, and then there will be 5 ripoffs overnight, and it's dispiriting. But I'd just like to ask you guys what you think you guys could do to try to avoid some of those inevitable consequences if they come.
Our value proposition is really to have an app with an amazing user interface design, so that people just connect on the app and can have this passive experience scrolling through content and having all these high quality contents. Because there are many apps existing, but usually people will stop using it after one day because it's not well done and boring.
I'm trying to grok my head around what the disruptive metaphor is here for this to become a big company. So how this becomes something very different in terms of what the existing solutions that are out there today. What's the vision for what is this? I get how you're describing it today. Assuming you execute in 3 years, what's the vision for what this is?
Yeah, great question actually. Thanks. We divided our implementation into 2 phases. The first is passive, when we'll just give users content to consume, such as pictures, YouTube videos, newspapers, and so on. And as soon as we'll grow the user base in different cities and countries, we would like to add network to it. So now we can create the feeling that you exist in the city. So as you can see, we are not only targeting language learners, but also immigrants, people who left their hometowns and now live in different countries. So for them, it's a really valuable value proposition when they could create a feeling within their friends community in their hometowns that they're actually still there.
So it's like virtually experiencing a forum.
Yeah.
Okay. And because it's so usability focused in terms of there's so much based on just the execution of the app. Are there any metrics on what you guys have done today in terms of any minimally viable products that you've released to show how effective the app is versus others? And do you have any engagement metrics around that?
So we did our MVP through iPhone app, but it's not. But we should focus on the tablet, and we are trying to provide, because we are from different countries, so we are able to provide our content to friends from her friends from Dutch class, or my friends from Taiwan. So we try to get network to start building up by giving users different countries.
And any metrics around repeat usage, especially how many people come? How sticky is the app? How often are they spending on it? How much time are they spending on it?
We haven't collected this kind of studies yet, but of course we're thinking of doing it. But we have just shown around the prototype, and people are really interested in saying, "Oh, that's what's happening." Because it's the first time we really have a way to look at this news in their own language.
Okay, thanks.
And in a similar vein, what is your overall marketing strategy? So, what are the channels that you thought about? How to test them, and what are your priorities? That sort of thing.
Yeah, as everyone, we want to start very narrowly from UC students learning other languages. Then we expand more to other campuses in California. More starting with the student society first. Then we want to but add immigrant students pool as well as travelers. So it will be like step by step also as a marketing strategy.
About how much do you think you'd be willing to pay for a given customer, for example?
customer acquisition fee.
Yeah.
And how much you would pay. As minimum as possible. And, but realistically speaking, yes, this like we could start, you know, as I just said, from free channels. We will try to get more users here, and then probably we'll see. Depends on what kind of fundraising we can make.
Do you have any idea what your lifetime value of the customer is?
It's then value would be for our customer, even users or customers.
For users, say, for example.
For users,
Yeah.
for our customers, basically
Right.
for this, those who use the language learning tools and so on. Yeah, usually it's regular like 2-year contract when people subscribe for their like language learning course, and they spend around. We did some research, $500 to $600 to learn the language, so it makes like $1,200. Yeah.
But we wish we would be forever, because the idea is really to have every day this current updated content from the cities, which is very different from just having a learning program when you see like all the news or all stories about a country. So then every day people connect and say, oh, what's that new? Oh, that's new, this new photo, which is a thing.